Hello, and welcome back to Minecraft. Now, just a quick explanation here, because I think it's necessary. This isn't a live commentary. I did do a live commentary, but due to some unforeseen circumstances, I no longer have the file. So, I have to do this, post-commentary. Yeah, basically, Audacity decided to crash on me. And when I reloaded it, instead of giving me the usual option when it has crashed in the past of trying to recover the file, instead it decided that the file was just lost to, I don't know, the depths of my computer, and it should never be returned. So that's it, the file's gone basically. I don't know what happened to it. It broke. So yeah, sorry about that, but basically all it means is that this commentary is being made after I've done the video, so I already know whether this is successful or not. Basically those same point as last time, same rules, everything exactly the same. I start a new world, completely new, don't know anything about it, then as soon as I go, I just have to try and get to diamond within half an hour. And basically that's about it. I'm on hard difficulty again because I thought I'd make it a bit challenging if I came across any mobs, because it was interesting as all hell last time when I accidentally dug into that cavern and then got my arse handed to me, and then had to heroically do a corpse run to pick up all my tools again, before inevitably failing anyway, and not being able to find any diamonds. I don't know whether I was doing anything wrong. I don't think I was. I think I was just exceptionally unlucky in that last part. I kind of feel a bit harsh. I feel like the game's been a bit harsh because I wanted to succeed. I wanted it to be a successful video, but it ended up just being half an hour of me digging and not very productively, and ending with sort of a really poor conclusion of me suffocating myself in anger. But anyway, I should really get to the point in hand, which is the video I'm watching now, rather than talking about the last video. I'm sure you may have already seen it by this point, and there's no point going on about it anymore. So to summarise what I've basically done so far, I've grabbed some wood, made an axe so I could grab wood a bit quicker, and then I got a bit more wood and then made a pick and a shovel for mining. Then I got to about here, and I seem to remember realising that if I was going to be digging down, I would need some sort of light source, and I hadn't any coal on me, so I thought the best solution was to just grab a tree and just make some charcoal. Because I thought if I could just make a few bits of charcoal, then that would be enough to sort of satisfy me, to keep me out of the dark until I could actually find an actual coal vein within the mine. I thought it wouldn't take too long because obviously, as you probably know, coal is... I believe it's the most common ore. Someone's probably going to prove me wrong here, but... yeah, I don't think there's another ore that appears more than coal, unless you're counting stone as an ore. But I mean, out of like coal, iron, gold, and the like, and redstone and lapis, diamonds, obviously very rare. But basically, yeah, coal is ridiculously common. You sometimes find it just on the surface. I'll just be wandering around on a map and I'll see coal veins. But yeah, having made myself a furnace, I stuck some log in it to make some coal, or charcoal, so I can make some torches, although they're completely identical in function to regular torches, so I don't know why it has to specify it as sorry about that. I don't know why the game has to specify it as charcoal, because it is functionally identical. I don't think it's any... I don't think it's less bright or brighter than actual coal, because as you will see later in this video, I make torches out of normal coal, and they stack on top of the charcoal ones I've made, so they seem to be exactly the same torches. So I see no problem with just calling it coal if you burn trees, but I suppose technically it's not proper coal, is it? I agree with that, but it shouldn't be functionally identical. Maybe it should be duller. I don't know. I'm just nitpicking, really. I haven't got much to say. This is a video of me digging. It's not fantastically exciting, but I thought it'd be an interesting concept, and when I failed last time I promised that I'd try again at least once, so I made another effort with the aim of being slightly more successful this time. At this point I started to realise that I could hear zombies and spiders and skeletons, I could hear various mobs, so I did get a bit concerned that I was once again going to dig into a huge fuck-off cavern, because I've done that plenty of times in the past, and I don't often play on hard difficulty, but when I've done it in the past on hard difficulty, if I haven't had a shitload of armour on, I've just been completely owned. And considering I didn't even have a sword on me at this point, I figured I was going to be a bit sort of stuck. I think at that point, I'm not 100% certain, but I think at that point I was sort of looking back to see how long it was since I'd last placed a torch, because I was starting to realise that it gets dark very quickly. I mean, I think it was like 6 or 7 steps I was taking down before I had to place another torch because it was almost pitch black. As you saw there though, that was me finding an iron ore. Well done. Finding an iron vein. So that was quite pleasing. It meant I had some iron. Didn't have any coal to smelt it with, but I had some iron. Useful. But anyway, I keep digging, and yes, there we go. After finding 2 veins of iron, I eventually find a coal vein, and I thought at this point that I was never going to find coal again because it'd taken me so long to find the first vein. So I thought I'd just dig every last bit of coal out. I think it's about 20 pieces of coal in this vein that I managed to get, which is quite pleasing because that's probably more than enough, given the fact that I'm only digging. Oh, sorry about that. I'm only digging for at most like half an hour, so I believe that about 20 pieces of coal is more than enough for the amount of iron that I will use during that time. Couldn't be bothered going back up to where I'd made my last crafting table and furnace because I thought that'd be a waste of time. So I decided to just I had plenty of wood and plenty of stone. I'd just make new ones and plonk them down. And there we go. I actually have coal, and I actually plonked some of it into a furnace, and it resulted in some iron because I had iron ore as well. So I continued to dig a bit while I was waiting for the iron to cook. And then, once the pick broke, I decided, oh, that'll probably do. Oh no, I decided to keep digging. I thought that was the point at which I turned back. But no. It was now. About now when I turned back. There we go. And I go back up and pick up the iron. And given that it's already cooked 3 iron ingots, that's enough to make an iron pick. And oh look, more sticks. Seriously, sticks. Make sticks in this game. It could be called craft stick. The amount of sticks you end up having to make. You have to make them to be handles, tools, and torches, and minecart tracks eventually. The amount of sticks I had to craft when I was making that minecart track for the achievement video, that, oh my god, seriously, the amount of iron and sticks and gold I needed for that. I'm just glad it wasn't like the PC version. The PC version, I believe, is a kilometre. This version was just half a kilometre. It was just asking of me, so I'm slightly thankful for that. But I think that's partly to do with the fact that the map isn't a kilometre across. It might be. I might be getting that wrong, but I'm fairly sure I started to one side of the middle and started building the track towards the other side, and I still reached the end. So I still think that the world is maybe it's a kilometre across. Maybe that's the idea. Maybe it's 1,000 by 1,000. I suppose that would make logical sense. And hence that's why they didn't make it 1,000, because you'd have to literally build a track from one end of the world to the other, which would be really inconvenient. Found some more coal here. I actually found some more coal. I didn't dig the entire vein out here because I started to realise that, yeah, I wouldn't need that much coal. But I think it was not long after this, I actually struck... Yep, there we go. I actually struck bedrock. And since that's level 5, I went up to 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Because 10 is where I believe is the best level to mine for diamonds. Maybe getting that completely wrong. If I am, why not leave a comment telling me what an idiot I am? But yeah, fairly sure that level 10 is the best to mine for diamonds on. So yeah, then you just go across, because if you mine across like this, with each block you destroy, you uncover 4 new blocks. So it's the most efficient way of digging. And I actually dug into a cavern. It's the first cavern I found. At first, I was going to build a tunnel around myself, but then I realised it was a very small cavern filled with mostly water, and that there didn't appear to be any mobs spawning. So I thought I'd have a look around. And would you look at that? I found some bloody diamonds. And, yep, there we go. At the point I collected the diamond then, I think that's the point I'm going to make the... I'm going to call the time. And I might be getting this wrong, but I think it was about 11:46 with about the time which I found the diamonds. And considering I went at it for half an hour and couldn't find a single piece of diamond ore, I was slightly pissed at the time. It was sort of a mixture of relief and anger that it'd take me less than 12 minutes this time, when last time I couldn't find any in half an hour and I looked like an idiot. I don't know what I was playing at here, just randomly mining bits of gold for no reason. But I think once I got to this point in the video, I started explaining what I was going to do from here, what I was going to do in the next video. So I think I'll just quickly sum that up now. I was having a conversation with a friend about what I should do in these videos, and he suggested maybe just coming up with a list of goals in order, just to build things, and a list of characteristics that this building had to have. So we had a little bit of a brainstorm. We came up with a list. So my next few videos are going to be me trying to complete this list of specifications for what my building should be, and that'll be it basically. I'll try and do that as quickly as possible. But until next time, I'll see you then. Goodbye.